Have you noticed that as everything around you seems to decline, one thing still grows? It is the power of your rulers. None of their plans and directives have solved your problems or made your life better. The only result has been their increased control over you at the cost of your freedom. Do you know why? You gave them the power.
After 5 p.m. local time, as the sun was starting to set over Kabul, the U.S. military says it carried out a drone strike against an ISIS-K vehicle heading for the airport. The drone tracked the white car as it drove through this residential neighborhood just west of the airport, and the strike happened around 2 miles from the perimeter. U.S. Central Command says the vehicle was packed with explosives and posed an imminent threat. When it was hit, those bombs went off and caused significant secondary explosions.
How much confidence does the president have that the drone strikes in Afghanistan have killed ISIS militants?
How much confidence in which aspect of it?
How much confidence does he have that the drone strikes killed the targets that were intended to be ISIS fighters as opposed to innocent victims on the street? And does he take responsibility if the innocent victims were killed?
Well, first, there is an investigation that's ongoing, as there always is, in any event of drone strikes that could have impacted innocent civilians. And the United States takes incredibly seriously our role in preventing civilian casualties whenever we possibly can. So I'm going to let that play out. The president also takes that responsibility incredibly seriously. We'll let that conclude, and then I'm sure we'll have more to say.
We'll be joined by General Frank McKenzie, Commander, U.S. Central Command. The general's got some opening comments for you that will related to the August 29th airstrike that was taken in Kabul, and then he'll stick around for some questions. I will moderate those questions as we've done before, and since we got pretty much a full house here and he's had limited time, I'd ask you to keep your follow-ups to an absolute minimum so that we can be as fair as we can to everybody. When the general's done, I'll come back up and brief on some other topics as well. So with that, General McKenzie, can you hear and see me okay?
John, I can hear and see you fine. How me? Over.
All good here, sir. I'll turn the floor over to you.
Thanks, John. Good afternoon. I'm here to brief the results of the investigation I directed following the report of civilian casualties from our strike in Kabul on 29 August. Having thoroughly reviewed the findings of the investigation and the supporting analysis by interagency partners, I am now convinced that as many as 10 civilians, including up to 7 children, were tragically killed in that strike. Moreover, we now assess that it is unlikely that the vehicle and those who died were associated with ISIS-K or were a direct threat to U.S. forces. I offer my profound condolences to the family and friends of those who were killed. This strike was taken in the earnest belief that it would prevent an imminent threat to our forces and the evacuees at the airport.